Okay, so the first thing I'm going to teach you is how to engage your deep abdominals. So whenever we're thinking about core, we're trying to think about the abdominals that we can't touch, but actually on another level deeper than that. This is a practice, so I know you won't be able to breathe this way when you're dancing, but this is a good way just to practice feeling those deep abdominal muscles so that you can eventually get better at it and then have them be automatically turned on before you do any of your dancing. Okay, so you can practice this in different positions. I'm going to show you a couple, and it really doesn't matter which position you prefer. It's just what works best for you. So the first one I want you to try is you're going to go ahead and lie down on your back. I'm going to take my fingertips and I'm going to put them on my hip bones, and then I'm going to bring my fingertips in a couple of inches and down just a little bit. And I actually want you to push in so that you can feel your abdominal muscles slightly, okay? So here's how the breathing practice goes. I'm going to do it in 4 parts for you. So the first part is you're going to inhale through your nose, and then you're going to exhale through your mouth, and you want to blow the air out like you're blowing out a birthday candle. So it's going to be kind of through a pursed lip. You're going to do that a couple of times. This is the part that I know you can't do when you're dancing, but what that kind of blowout through the mouth does is it creates a little bit of resistance, and that's going to really help you get to those deep abdominals, okay? So you can do that a couple of times. Inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth, okay? And I would just do that about 3 to 4 reps. Then the next part I want you to do, this is really hard for dancers, is see if on your inhale, you can get your ribs to open up into the backs and the sides. And one kind of nice way to do it is I'm going to make a C with my hands, and I'm going to put my hands on the side of my rib cage. Make sure you're not on your waist, but actually high on the bones of your ribs. And my thumbs are positioned behind my rib cage. So what you're going to do is you're going to inhale. See if you can feel your rib cage open up into the back and the side. And you should also here be able to feel your rib cage touching the mat. If you feel yourself extending, or if you know you're a rib popper, be careful of this. You just want to really see if you can get those rib cage to move. It will move a little bit up and down in the chest, but that's the part that tends to be pretty easy on people. So what I want you to do is just really to focus on that sideways back breath. Okay, and then the last one, go back to your fingertips on that, again, on your hip bones, in a little bit, down a little bit. Then when you exhale, I want you to see if your abdominals feel like they're flattening under your fingertips, or if you feel like your abdominals are kind of popping up or pushing up into your hands. And you'll just inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And you'll do that again. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. So if you do feel like your abdominals are popping up, I have a couple of cues for you to see if one of these works for you. So for some people, when they exhale, imagine those hip bones are coming together slightly. Sometimes that creates a nice flattening sensation. For some people, the hip bones, imagine that they're widening. That works for some people. And for some people, just imagining that your waist is a big band and you're just kind of wrapping your whole waistline up from the front to the back. So let's try all 3 and just kind of see what happens. So you're going to take an inhale. The first one I want you to try is exhale. Feel like your 2 hip bones on the side are gently coming together and kind of creating a little bit of compression on the side. I would try that again. And exhale, feel those hip bones coming together. Then the next one I would try is imagine those hip bones are widening. So you're going to take an inhale and exhale, feel like those hip bones are widening and pulling apart. You can also imagine that if you had a rubber band attached to both hip bones or a TheraBand, you're going to exhale, feel them pulling apart. And then the last one, let's try that wrapping up all the way around. So taking an inhale and an exhale, imagine you're wrapping up your entire waistline, front and back. And do that again. Okay, so whichever one created the best kind of flattening sensation through your abdominals, I want you to keep doing. Like I said, it doesn't really matter which one you do, it just is which one works best for you. Okay, another way that you can try your breathing is going onto your hands and knees. This sometimes works a little better for some people. So I'm going to just go onto my hands and knees. My hands are under my shoulders. The other thing you want to be careful when you're doing these breathing practices is that you're not changing your spine. So imagine that you're keeping your spine flat, taking an inhale, still focusing on that breath through the backs of the ribs, and then on the exhale, try to create that same flattening through the waistline. Okay, so do that again. And exhale. This might be a little harder for you. This might be a little easier. So what I would suggest is pick whichever one you felt was easiest. Practice that first for a week or two, and then try it in different positions. We're really going to challenge that today with some exercises that are going to kind of work on your stability.